morning, good afternoon, or good evening, my beautiful hot messes. My name is Mistress Lavender, and today I'm reading The Artist's Seduction by Robert Greene. I'm on page 126, and I'm on chapter 13, Disarm through Strategic Weakness and Vulnerability. Before we begin, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn your post notifications on. Let's start. Too much maneuvering on your part may raise suspicion. The best way to cover your tracks is to make the other person feel superior and stronger. If you seem to be weak, vulnerable, enthralled by the other person and unable to control yourself, you will make your actions look more natural, less calculated. Physical weakness, tears, bashfulness, paleness will help create the effect. To further win trust, exchange honesty for virtue. Establish your sincerity by confessing some sin on your part. It doesn't have to be real. Sincerity is more important than weakness. Play the victim, then transform your target's sympathy into love. Keys of seduction. We all have weaknesses, vulnerabilities, frailness in our mental makeup. Perhaps we are shy or oversensitive or need attention. Whatever the weakness is, it is something we cannot control. We may try to compensate for it or to hide it, but this is often a mistake. People sense something inauthentic or natural. Remember, what is natural to your character is inherently seductive. A person's vulnerability, what they seem to be unable to control, is often what is more seductive about them. People who display no weakness, on the other hand, often elicit envy, fear, and anger. We want to sabotage them just to bring them down. Do not struggle against your vulnerability or try to repress them, but put them into play. Learn to transform them into power. The game is subtle. If you wallow in your weakness, overplay your hand, you will be seen as angling for sympathy, or worse, as pathetic. No, what works best is to allow people an occasional glimpse into the soft, fragile side of your character, and usually only after they have known you for a while. That glimpse will humanize you, lowering their suspicions and preparing the ground for a deeper attachment. Normally strong and in control, at moments you let go. Give in to your weakness, let them see it. There are fears and insecurities peculiar to each sex. Your use of strategic weakness must always take these differences into account. A woman, for instance, may be attracted by a man's strength and self-confidence, but too much of it can create fear, seeming unnatural, even ugly, particularly intimidating in the sense that the man is cold and unfeeling. She may feel insecure that he is only after sex and nothing else. Male seducers long ago learned to become more feminine, to share their emotions, and to seem interested in their target's lives. Some of the greatest seducers in recent history, Gabriel d'Annunzio, Duke Ellington, Errol Flynn, understood the value of acting slavishly to a woman, like a troubadour on bended knee. The key is to indulge your softer side while still remaining as masculine as possible. This may include an occasional show of bashfulness, which the philosopher Soren Kierkegaard thought an extremely seductive tactic for a man. It gives the woman a sense of comfort and even the superiority. Remember, though, to keep everything in moderation, a glimpse of shyness is sufficient. Too much of it, and the target will despair, afraid that she will end up having to do all the work. A man's fears and insecurities often concern his sense of masculinity. He usually will feel threatened by a woman who is too overly manipulative, who is too much in control. The greatest seductress in history knew how to cover up their manipulations by playing a little girl in need of masculine protection. To make this most effective, a woman should seem both in need of protection and sexually excitable, giving the man his ultimate fantasy. Seeing someone cry usually has an immediate effect over your emotions. We cannot remain neutral. We feel sympathy and most often will do anything to stop the tears, including things that we normally would not do. Weeping is an incredibly potent tactic, but the weeper is not always so innocent. There is usually something real behind the tears, but there may also be an element of acting, for playing for effect. And if the target senses this, the tactic is doomed. Beyond the emotional impact of tears, there is something seductive about sadness. We want to comfort the other person, and that desire quickly turns into love. Use tears sparingly and save them for the right moment. Perhaps this might be a time when the target seems suspicious of your motives, or when you are worrying about having no effect on him or her. Tears are a sure barometer of how deeply the other person is falling for you. If they seem annoyed or resist the bait, your case is probably hopeless. In social and political situations, seeming too ambitious or too controlled will make people fear you. It is crucial to show your soft side. The display of a single weakness will hide a multitude of manipulations. Emotion or even tears will work here too. Most seductive of all is playing the victim. Attacking your mean-spirited opponents can make you seem ugly as well. Instead, soak up their blows and play the victim. The public will rally to your side, and in emotional response, they will lay the groundwork for grand political seduction. Symbol, the blemish. A beautiful face is a delight to look at, but if it is too perfect, it leaves us cold and even slightly intimidated. It is the little mole, the beauty mark that makes the human face so lovable. So do not conceal all of your blemishes. You need them to soften your features and elicit tender feelings. I'm going to stop there. I'm on page 131, To Confuse Desire and Reality, The Perfect Illusion, for next episode. But again, my name is Mr. Slavner. I'm reading The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great day today. Read more. Remember, I always know what's best for you. Bye. And don't forget, my birthday is like in 2 days, so I expect a gift from you too. Got it? Got it. Good.